Well, hello everyone, Kevin here, and I want to welcome you to this Gobbler's Roost adventure. Today's video is the third fishing video that I did for my buddy Brian at Poverty Hill Adventures last summer. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of bass fishing and with a jitterbug, and I'm going to be showing you a few jitterbugs and talking a little bit about them. If you're interested, come on along and see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Kevin here, and I want to welcome you to another Poverty Hill adventure. I'm back at the pond this morning, and it's pretty. I got here pretty early, low light, which is I like fishing during that time, and we're going to be throwing a jitterbug, and hopefully we'll catch some bass. I'm going to be throwing this here jointed frog pattern. There's a lot of frogs in this pond, and I think some of them get at by a bass or two, so we're going to try this. Oh! 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 I can't believe it. You've seen it happen in one of the previous videos. That was one of the huge ones, just came up and snatched my jitterbug and swam away with it, busted the line. Oh, that was another big one. Oh, gosh darn it. Golly gee whiz, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Oh, boy. What luck. That kind of siren fish stole my jitterbug. Oh, well, I got another one. And we're going to get back at him and throwing him some more. Fourth cast. Those reeds, they got edges like saws on them, and that's another big one. Oh, he missed it. You know, one of the things I do with these jitterbugs is I take the metal hook off. I do miss more fish that way. But I feel it's a whole lot safer for both me and the fish to only have to deal with one hook instead of two when I land them. Whoa. Oh, he missed it. Just saw a big bass jump and miss a fish, and then another one hit at mine and missed it. Oh, another hit and a miss. They're just short striking it. Oh, darn it. Missed again. Okay. You're a nice one. I know you got so many up still. Okay. Oh, another one just hit it, but I do not believe this. That big bass broke my line and stole my jitterbug this morning. Well, I just found that jitterbug floating on the surface right near where we broke it off. Oh boy, I think they're just torturing me. Well, I got my jitterbug. Oh, had a lot of action on the jitterbug this morning. You saw on the fourth cast I had, well, you probably didn't see how big it was, but I had a huge black bass just snatch my jitterbug and break me off on the sawgrass, the reeds. They got like saw edges, just broke me off and stole my jitterbug. Luckily, an hour later, I found it just floating right there in the weeds. I love these jitterbugs. First black bass, or first largemouth, back then we called them black bass, but first largemouth I ever saw caught was in Chautauqua Lake, New York. It was just after dark off the dock, and it was caught on a jitterbug. And I've caught many fish on them. I don't know if it's a visual thing or something, refraction of the light or whatever, but when the bass are hitting on the surface, they tend to short hit a lot, and that's what happened today. It's still just as exciting. The thing about jitterbugs is there are lots and lots of them out there. Fred Arborgrass probably done well over 100 different colors and patterns of this lure. I collect them a little bit, and I'm learning a lot about them. Fred Arborgrass, who created this lure, basically created it back in the 30s out of a broom handle. And he was looking for a deep diving bait and whittled something out of a broom handle that he didn't work, put it in a drawer for a couple of years, came back and started playing with it again and developed the jitterbug with this lip on it. And it just is a great lure for bass and many other fish, but bass, yeah. And since the 30s, he's been producing who knows how many millions of them. And there's been copies and counterfeits, and other companies had to copy it and make their own. But I figured I'd talk a little bit and show you a few different jitterbug lures. Here is just a small selection of frog patterns. There's an older one in the box. More modern one. Some jointed ones. Jointed ones, they have different color bellies on them. There's a little bit older frog right there. And there. This one here is a World War II model. During World War II, they switched to a plastic lip so that they could save metals, aluminum, for the war effort. And then this one here is what they call a weedless jitterbug. A rubber skirt goes on the back of that. It's long since gone. This is an older model, but just a slightly different jitterbug. And those are some frog patterns. And here is another popular style, the yellow jitterbug. Many millions of these have been made in different sizes and styles. There's a jointed one. And here is another World War II era jitterbug with a red plastic lip. Here's some red and white jitterbugs. There's an old one right there where the color's faded. This one here is a counterfeit made in Japan. It doesn't even say Arborgast on it. But it's obviously counterfeit jitterbug. This one here, probably my oldest jitterbug, is a wooden jitterbug. That's a cool one. And then here, This big old honker is a musky jitterbug. Imagine that next to that. Here's just a small selection of different colors and patterns. This one here is older. These two are also a little bit older models. I don't know how old. There's a couple of black ones. This one here is glow in the dark. This one here has bright orange belly on it. Oops. Bright orange belly. There's a couple of fish patterns. Different fish patterns. Well, as you can see, there are lots of different kinds of jitterbugs. They're a whole lot of fun to collect, and also a whole lot of fun to fish with. And I hope you had a good time coming along on this Poverty Hill adventure. Well, that was it. I don't know, after having fish bust my line on the ultralight, big bass, I switched to heavier line, and he busted my line again. I can't figure this out. Anyways, I had my eye open, and I was not surprised to find my jitterbug floating in the reeds right near where he bit me off. Oh, well, what can I say? It was fun anyways, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, there'll be more. Thanks for stopping. I'm Kevin for Gobbler's Roost Adventure. Please subscribe, and please hit the like button.